let's go on a Monday night. Detroit, Michigan all lit up. Happy that their Lions are back home and ready to roar here tonight. Jared Goff leads the NFL in passer rating and in touchdown passes through week 6. He's off to a great start. There's his #1 target, Amon-Ra St. Brown, raring to go tonight. Mike Evans is back after missing 3 games with a bad hamstring, ready to roll tonight. And arguably leading the conversation for the most valuable player award through 6 weeks, Baker Mayfield is set to go. Sailors on the return. Former UFL star right up the gut, brought down near the 31.
But he knows he won't have a lot of time to throw it.
Here is Gibbs out of the backfield. Good throw, good stop, good move. Gibbs out of bounds near the 40. Jahmyr Gibbs is a home run waiting to happen every time he touches the ball.
This has kind of been the Achilles heel of this Tampa defense, is when they've gotten the ball to backs, they've had a hard time corralling them and getting them to the ground. The run after the catch has created the big plays for opposing offenses against this Tampa defense, and Jahmyr Gibbs is awfully tough in space.
Goff over the middle, he's got St. Brown, and he's got a touchdown. Jacob Parrish fell down, and Amon-Ra St. Brown took care of the rest.
Jacob Parrish has had a good year, but Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to come in on the cross, and when you're matched up one-on-one with him, and Jacob Parrish being a rookie, of course, he slips, but that's a tough matchup. Amon-Ra St. Brown tucked the ball and run this year.
Mayfield out to his right, throws. He's got Shepard, and Shepard does not get the first down as Amik Robertson makes the play.
Covered in snow.
Here is wide open St. Brown. And another huge chunk play as Amon-Ra St. Brown is good for 24.
You know, you don't really have an answer for this guy. We saw in man coverage what he can do. Now they play zone. Jamel Dean's on the outside. He starts like he's going to the post, and then he is able to plant, come back out. But all that space, Dean's playing pretty soft on him on that last play, made it pretty easy.
3rd down and 7, quick throw, out on the edge, nothing there. Rachaad White and Jack Campbell came in to make the stop, a loss of 2, and it's 4th down.
That's such a great job by Jack Campbell, because Charlie Heck, the right tackle, he's coming out to put a block. If he hesitates at all, Campbell's going to get picked up, and then Rachaad White's going to have the ball in space. But he beats Heck to the block, and then he's able to make the play. That's a great job by Jack Campbell at the linebacker position.
Indianapolis Colts, they have the best record in the NFL as the Buccaneers try to match them here tonight. Another big chunk for Amon-Ra St. Brown. He went around Benjamin Morrison and picked up 16.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned as far as Detroit goes. They're the best in the league run after the catch, and they've got those types of players that once they get the ball in their hands, they're difficult to bring to the ground. But you just got to minimize these as best you can. What would have been, a relatively short gain turns into another set of new downs because of the missed tackle.
As it gets yards after the catch. Here's Gibbs, just hits the hole flying, and over the left side he picks up 4. Coming after me as the handoff again is to Gibbs, and he's got a 1st down with a couple of missed tackles along the way. A gain of 10.
So he doesn't see the rotation of the safeties to know what the coverage is.
Goff out to his right will just go ahead and take it, and on 1st down get a nice gain of 6. 2nd down and 4, quick snap. Wide open, and now turning upfield is Gibbs. Full head of steam inside the 25. 24 yards for number 0 as Goff hits him in stride.
Yeah, and you got big Sam Laporta, who's kind of out there leading the way once the ball gets dropped off to Gibbs. So he comes out as the tight end. Ball comes out quick, and he's then leading the charge trying to make a block. And this has just been surgical so far for Jared Goff. You see Baker as he puts his hands over the ear holes, trying to be able to hear the call come in. And that's the challenge. And it's not always a clear line of communications. Either the volume's not high enough where it gets up over the crowd, or it's a little staticky. And boy, that's not a lot of fun as a quarterback when you're having a hard time hearing what's trying to be called in from offensive coordinator Josh Broussard.
Play clock at 2, 3rd down and 3. Mayfield has it batted back toward him, and it was knocked by Aleem McNeil. As Troy mentioned, they get him back. Tore his ACL last December 15th, a big force in the middle, and he was there to get his hand on that.
Yeah, he's already had an impact in this game, and that's what they were hoping that he would be able to provide. He's been practicing. They're hoping that they can get 20, 25 snaps out of him.
From the 14. Dropped off for Montgomery. Able to outrun the defense and knocked down at the 29. First time we've seen big number 5, 5'11", 230.
That they've been able to overcome.
Goff fires, pass is caught. St. Brown up to the 35. And a more manageable 3rd down, and Amon-Ra St. Brown is good for 13.
Well, this offense pretty much runs through Amon-Ra St. Brown, and after last week, regardless of any week, they're going to try to get him the football. But I do know, we talked about it, Joe, that
still trying to figure him out. Mayfield. Evans shoved out of bounds, incomplete. Rock Yassin. And the punt team comes on for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, taking a look here and seeing, yeah. You know, Rock Yassin, he was playing off coverage. You see that he gets a hold of it, but just the left foot comes down. Glad I'm not a DB.
Right up the gut, there goes Gibbs. Foot race. Winfield can't get there. Touchdown, Lions. After the penalty on Jamel Dean, 78 yards for Jahmyr Gibbs. And for the Lions, their longest run of the season, and Gibbs just reminded the world how fast he is. Well, we saw the 78-yard run. And Gibbs, we're not even through a half. What a game he's putting together.
Well, watch Tay Radledge and Penei Sewell, the right guard and right tackle. I mean, Penei Sewell, he just moves people in the run game. And also, you don't have runs like this unless you get cooperation from the wide receivers. Khalif Raymond comes up. He's able to come up and pick off Tyke Smith. And the collection of those 3 guys, along with Sam Laporta, who secured the edge, I mean, you're not going to catch Jahmyr Gibbs. And to go back to what I said earlier about Gibbs carrying more of the water than David Montgomery, it's for those reasons, because of the big play ability that he has.
When we talk about a home run hitter as a running back, that's his 36th career touchdown for 20-plus yards, most in the league. They lose that big weapon, Mike Evans, as Mayfield backpedals, can't find anywhere to go except down. Sacked on the play as Derek Barnes got there. It's 4th down.
Well, they're doubling Abuka over here, and then they double in the middle on Cam Johnson right here. Everywhere else, it's one-on-one and just great coverage across the board. Just nowhere for Baker to go. He's trying to make something happen, as he has so many times this year, but the pocket collapses on him.
Fox hits a beauty.
Sure does.
Driving Cameron Johnson back inside the 30. Had a little room to run, and he's out near the 37. It's a 66-yard punt by Jack Fox. First half, 3 timeouts, pressure. Shepard has it knocked out. That ball is free, and Hutchinson, it looks like, got on top.
The ruling on the field is a catch, subsequent fumble to the defense, first down.
Robertson knocked it out. And now each side has a fumble. 1, 2, and punched out by Robertson.
Yeah, they're good at it. And you see, that's exactly Meek Robertson. He sees that Shepard's caught the ball. As he's coming in to make the tackle, he's punching at it. You see it all around the league. But Meek Robertson, you watch him, he does it constantly. And he's successful on this one. Now, Kelvin Shepard, they brought 6. So as soon as they get the ball, Tampa Bay, Kelvin Shepard gets aggressive. They blitz 6 guys. Meek Robertson locked up one-on-one. They'll get anything going.
Mayfield comes underneath, and it's Otten in a fight with Mollett.
That might be Mollett's ball.
And in that wrestling match at the bottom, they're going to give the catch to Otten as they both came down with it.
Yeah, you look at it, it looked like I thought he might have been able to rip it out, but Otten's able to hang on to it as well, and the tie goes to the offense.
They don't look at it. Would have to be a booth review, and now they may.
Cade Otten did not have control of that ball, and that the defender is the first player who had control of that ball when they went to the ground.
The defender did intercept the pass. It will be Detroit's ball, first down.
What a play by Arthur Marlette.
Yeah, it really was, and I didn't think they would overturn it, but it did seem like Mollett had the ball. I mean, it's been a wild chain of events here over the last few minutes.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. They don't have to. Out of bounds is St. Brown with a gain of 8. And Amon-Ra's knocking on the door of a 100-yard first half.
Professional wanted to come out here and put it behind him.
Goff is trying to get it driving with his legs, and it looked like he picked it up. He did. 31-year-old quarterback. First down, Lions. No one to catch it. This ball is batted down by Derek Barnes. He's got a couple in this game.
Yeah, that was a good save by Barnes because they've got Tez Johnson out in the flat, and he's got some speed. You see Tez, he's going to come out here, but here comes Barnes, and he's the one who knocks it down. But if Baker's able to complete this pass, he's got the ball out on the edge with a lot of space between he and the corner.
Shepard in motion. Baker looking left. Over the middle. Broken up. And what a play by Nick Whiteside. Yet another guy.
His biological mom.
Yeah, so much so, Laura, that after he got that touchdown last week, as Gibbs has a nice run to start this drive.
Giants, they've had a few of those this year that are backbreakers.
Here is a catch by the other tight end, Brock Wright, his 3rd of the game, and he's got a first down for Detroit.
Field goal and then the touchdown. They're starting to sense some urgency.
Here goes Gibbs into the secondary, and on 1st and 10 is able to carry for 15.
He's 15 yards downfield before anybody kind of gets near him. Watch the hole that opens up and the vision that he has. I mean, the lane right through there. Look at all this space. I mean, I thought he was going to be gone because now he's just one-on-one. But that's a good job by Tampa. Those guys on the back end, not up front, but in the back end.
On 2nd and 7. Spinning grab by Gibbs, and he's got room. He's got blocking. Cuts back, down at the 5. Tackled by Winfield.
I know everybody's going to talk about Gibbs and getting the ball and running, but I got to be honest. Penei Sewell, the right tackle, look at the athleticism of this guy. I mean, he's out front, and he's not able to make the key block to turn him loose to let him into the end zone. Winfield, he just kind of tuckered out by then, but Talk about an offensive lineman out there running in stride with a back like Gibbs.
First and goal from the 5. Why not? Gibbs again. Spinning touchdown.
Dynamic with his speed.
Buccaneers looking for a spark. They went down and got the touchdown last time as Amik Robertson just put Rachaad White on the ground. No gain. Tez Johnson in motion. Mayfield is going to air it out for Ibuka, and he overthrew him. And it's 4th down. The punt team comes on for Tampa Bay.
This was a good route by Ibuka, and Mayfield has him. He gets in behind the defense with the man coverage you see and just lay it. And he's not, he was a little off, and then with the pressure, just not able to get it out on the boundary to give him a chance to make a play.
Pressure, pass is caught, and we'll see where they put it down. Close to first down yardage, Laporta, and they're going to give it to him. On first down, standing next to Captain Hot Yoga, I watch David Montgomery game 5. If I see Gibbs in the backfield, they hand to St. Brown. He pitches to Gibbs. And fought for it. Where are they going to put it?
Boy, it is tight.
And they're giving him the first down. They had multiple chances to bring Gibbs down after that pitch by St. Brown. And the first guy to miss was Anthony Nelson.
That's the toughness I talked about a little moment ago of Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, it's just all him because he is short there of the first down after 4 guys had gotten a hit on him, and he just...
Flag on the play. Ibuka broken up. But a flag at the start. It's an illegal shift against Tampa Bay. Here's John Hussey.
Illegal shift, offense. 2-minute motion that did not get set. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
4th down. That pass was thrown perfectly by Mayfield. Ibuka had a shot at it. I'm not sure if that ball was tipped.
That's the only thing I wonder about. I don't think it was. This ball I thought was thrown perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, it definitely was. It was Whiteside.
After a second look, it is determined that the receiver was actually short of the line to gain. It will be Detroit's ball, first down. Also, we are going to give Detroit back their challenge and their timeout.
So in the end, they get it right. We believe the ball's sideways. Had it been pointed toward the end zone, might be a different story, but he's got to get to the 41, and when his knee is down, Cade Otton looks short of the line to gain. And Bates banks it in.
Wow. He can breathe.
And now 2 for 5 from 50 plus.
They're wondering if it. Take another look. Some are saying it might not have gone in.
Well, here's a definitive look off the right upright, and that went in.
I was going to say, they're standing right there. But you saw Baker's reaction from the angle that he's
down in 7. Mayfield in trouble, ball's out, knocked out, still loose. And both teams had multiple players have a shot at that ball, and it's just a fight at the bottom of that pile. It's Tampa Bay's ball. And another punch out right there.
Yeah, they go right at it. These guys are...
Mayfield in trouble again. Slings it sidearm, and that's Sterling Shepard for a short gain of 2.
Aiden Hutchinson, this time he bull rushes. We've seen it all. He takes Charlie Heck right into the lap, of Baker Mayfield. I mean, Baker has no chance. I mean, I mentioned it earlier. Aiden Hutchinson, he's got 4 moves that he has that help.
Mayfield off his back foot, knocked away, and another good play. That's Whiteside.
Anzalone, this time he's coming, and Baker feels that pressure, and he's not able to step into the throw and really get it out there where he wanted to. But time after time, as you mentioned, Joe, this time it's Nick Whiteside again, but
this is remarkable.
One of the best defensive efforts I've ever seen.
It's 3rd down and 8. Mayfield, end zone. Contact, no flag. It's 4th down again. With Campbell back there in coverage.
Help with Hutchinson out wide.
Here's 4th down and 8. End zone, incomplete! And what a job by this Lions defense. Nick Whiteside. And Kelvin Shepherd's like a proud dad over on the sideline.
He should be. And the fans, the atmosphere here, this is a fun place to come and watch a game and call a game.
Yeah, it's as good as there is atmosphere-wise in the NFL, period. And Baker's backing up. He's got no time, and the pass is incomplete. And now it's 4th and 21, and DJ Reader, who's been battling a bad back, was in there applying pressure.
Yeah, 4-man rush, and just really this defensive line is just taking it to the offensive front. I mean, there's 4 guys. You see the inside pressure, and Baker has just had people in his face throughout the game.
And now this is last gasp. 2:33 to go. 4th down and 21, down by 15.
You see they're bringing 3. They got 3 rushers and drop 8 into coverage.
Mayfield over the middle. The pass is caught, but a turnover on downs. As Ryan Miller made the grab, and it's Detroit's ball. And this was just a win by this Lions defense from beginning to end. Been a big night. 136 on the ground, 82 through the air, 218 scrimmage yards, 2 scores, and most by a Lions player since Calvin Johnson. This game's over. And Baker Mayfield will walk to midfield, look for Jared Goff as the 2 head coaches come together, and Bucs walk out 5-2. So do the Lions.